Hello there, my name is Oblivico, and we're going to be talking about the Great League. The Great League is a pretty interesting place. It's not as Wild West as the Ultra League, but it's going to be pretty interesting. What we're going to do is figure out the meta and why I play what I play. Reason one, this is what you'll run into more likely than not, is a Zoom roll. You run into Sundisk, and you'll run into Scarring. Those are the top three. They're pretty common. Also, variants of Pokemon with Wild Charge. And also, Altaria. So, Altaria is pretty much like the kingpin of the game. If you don't have an Altaria, you better have a Fairy. And if you don't have a Fairy, you better have something that can stop it. What's Steel? That is the Rock, Paper, Scissors. Steel, it's a Fairy. Dragon, Steel to Fairy, then Fairy to Dragon, and then Dragon usually is assisted by its two other types, so pretty much they'll also play Steel into Fairy, and that's where the choices in the game reside. What I do is I play my Blaziken. It is a firefighting type, which would destroy steel types usually. It also is fast enough to get out of Focus Blast. Focus Blast is just a gigantic move that pretty much obliterates whatever it can hit. This man is a Steel Grass type. He does wonderful against the Sundisk. It pretty much stops most things in their tracks, and also Power Whip charges dumb fast. And then I also play my Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, Charizard. Just as I said, Dragon is a wonderful typing in the game. It pretty much does insane amounts of damage very quickly, but because we're a fire flying type, it means that we don't get hurt as much by the fairy counter. But Azumarill still does quite a bit of damage with Bubble, and we need to be careful of that. I also have some other options, but those are my favorites. I also have been toying with this option. I've not been practicing it too much, but I do believe he is an underdog using Razor Leaf and Sand Tomb. He just has really high defense, and he's able to take a lot of the damage, and he rests pretty well in the format. So, what we're going to do is play a few games after we talk a little bit more. People will have good old Registeel, but it just did come around from the raids, so we will anticipate Registeel will be out. It is a straight Steel type. It can be countered easily with Ground type, or Electric type does neutral damage. Be mindful of him, and that's also another reason why we play Blaziken. And also interesting random Pokemon that come along, such as Scrafty, who does Power Punch, which is very fast, but can be killed quickly, and Obstagoon. Obstagoon knows Night Splash. He's quite common as well, and also he pretty much can be seen just like a Scrafty with Dark and Fighting type. There are a few I'm working on. As you can tell, another good one is Wishcash, who knows Water, Gun, and Blizzard. He's pretty much like a friendlier version of Azumarill if you can afford one. He pretty much can do the same thing, and I would recommend you get him. The format also is emphasized by, what is your Pokemon stats. So, in Great League, I would recommend that you would get Pokemon just like this Quasmire. He's one of my favorite buddies to play with. 0 attack, high defense, high attack, HP, and he at 165 and Mudshot Acid Spray. The Acid Spray is super effective to fairy types, Mudshot super effective to other types. He is a good man. Because the Pokemon is affected so much on the attacks rating, it will emphasize on how much HP and defense a Pokemon will have. The less attack it has, the less CP it will have. I know that's kind of confusing, but if we compare a few of these Pokemon I have for you, I had an option right in front of me, but I'm trying to find them. So here we go. Yeah, this says enough to me and to you. These Pokemon have pretty much the same defense, they have the same HP, but the difference literally is their attack. Because the attack is so low, my friend here can have that much more HP. And that is the difference in Great League. That is one whole charge move if it's a neutral attack, and that can win you a game or not. So that's my breakdown of the Great League. I hope you play, have fun. That's all I have for today.